All right, tonight we saw Valentina Shevchenko, the flyweight champion of the world, defend the belt for the 7th time. But we saw her look human. Now, of course, as we know, Amanda Nunes has beaten Valentina Shevchenko on 2 occasions, okay? But tonight, she almost lost at 125 because Amanda Nunes is bigger. She's stronger. She's the 145-pound champion and the bantamweight champion. Tonight, Valentina Shevchenko went out there in the flyweight division where she rules. She's the number 1. She's numero uno. This is something that she does, okay? She's the best. Simple as that. And no one has been a worthy challenger. All right, sorry. There's been worthy challenges, but nobody's came close to beating her. Shevchenko has almost become her own kryptonite because she just dismantles everybody with ease, okay? But not tonight. Tonight she had to fight through real adversity. Now, don't talk to me about the scoring. We'll get to that in a minute, okay? There's maybe a bit of controversy, maybe some differences of opinion. But what we saw from Shevchenko tonight was her having to readjust, to make some differences. Okay, Taila Santos came into this on a 4-fight win streak, a worthy contender, as I said, and took the fight to her. I asked her at the fighting meetings, I said, do you really believe that you can beat her? Do you really believe it? And she said, yeah, I do. And she fought like it. Now, with respect, some of the errors that Shevchenko made is that she's one of the best counter strikers on the planet, male or female. Her reflexes, her speed, her strikes, her power, of course her grappling, her wrestling, jiu-jitsu, all that, conditioning, mental strength, it's all on point. However, she fell into a trap of landing shots and then clinching. And when she clinched and looked for a takedown, because in the past she's been able to get away with that. In the past she's been able to bam, 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 clinch, get the takedown, dominate her opponents. Only time she's been taken down and controlled was against Jane and Famaya for 1 round. Other than that, she beat her soundly. So she fell into that trap again tonight because she's a victim of her own success. But this time, in terms of the grappling, she pretty much met a match. Taila Santos was able to out-scramble her. She was able to get on top. She was able to control her for long periods of time. She was able to threaten the rear naked choke on many different occasions. Now, as we know, she never got it, okay? And at the end of the fight, when it was all said and done, Shevchenko was still the champ. It was, and still. And I wasn't sure. I really wasn't sure which way it was going to go. You know, for me, it was... how do I say this? It all came down to round 3. It all came down to the 3rd round. Round 1 and 2, clearly for Taila Santos. Round 4 and 5, I think it's fair to say that Shevchenko stole them. Round 3, the one for me is the one that's open for debate. Started off strong for Shevchenko, but then Santos took her down. She got on top. She threatened the choke. She did a little bit of damage with ground and pound, things like that. So how do you score it? How do you score it? I'm not going to sit here and say that Shevchenko didn't deserve to win. The body of work that she's had, the time that she's put on, what she's given to the sport, the performances that she's had, I'm not going to disrespect her like that. That wouldn't be fair. She went out there. She had a hard fight. She had a tough victory. You know, it's not always going to be easy. And yeah, I don't think that people that say that Santos should have won are out of the mind. No, I get it. I understand it. But also on the flip side, people that say Shevchenko deserved to win, they're not out of the minds either. It was an incredibly close fight. And that's what we want to see. But more importantly for Valentina Shevchenko, I guess in some ways this is exciting because Shevchenko's amazing. She's fought Amanda Nunes twice and she got beaten twice, okay? In the flyweight division, she needs a rival, right? Great fighters build their legacy sometimes on these rivalries. You know, look at Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov. All right, they only fought once, but great rivalries. George St. Pierre and Matt Hughes. Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell. Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. You know, you need these great rivals. You need almost your equal to make you elevate, to rise your game, to step up to the mark, to get the public interested and involved in what you're doing, right? To really get invested in your journey, in your path. So, Shevchenko is still the champ. And God bless her. And good for you. Well done, the Bullet. Well done, Valentina. You deserved it. You know, it could have gone either way. I accept that. But still, she went out there, she fought a goddamn arse off. You know, it's not an easy thing to do. Santos, I thought she handled it with such grace and class. She didn't make excuses. She didn't say I felt that I won. She didn't say the judges got it wrong and have a hissy fit or be all bitchy about it. She took it on the chin, literally, and said, you know what, I'm young. I'll be back. And I just thought, wow. Just the embodiment of grace. She took it better than I'd take it. I would have been throwing my toys out the pram. I would have been having a little fit. You know what I mean? But she didn't. She took it with grace and class, as I said, and she will be back. And what do they do now? Do they do an immediate rematch? I think they do. I think they do, in my humble opinion. That's what I'd do. If I was the matchmaker, I'd say, all right, let's run it back. And it'd be really interesting. And who's going to change? Who's going to alter their game? Who's going to adjust, right? Shevchenko could work on a takedown defense. She could work on a grappling. Santos can work on the striking. Either way, it was an incredible fight back and forth. Well done to both ladies. Prior to that, Zhang Weili, Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Now, we knew the first one, 5 rounds of absolute, utter, sheer madness. Was the rematch going to go like that? We don't know. But I said, if you take 2 pit bulls, 2 dogs that are trained to fight, and you lock them in a cage, they're going to fight. Simple as that. And that's who these ladies are. It's in their DNA. They were built for this. It's literally who they are. They will fight. And I said it on the broadcast because a lot of people expected Joanna to be more strategic, to try and keep her at bay, use the range, use the distance, use the footwork, pick her apart, all this type of stuff. I'm like, nah, no way. Like Mike Tyson says, it's all well and good having a game plan until you get punched in the face and then it all goes out the motherfucking window. And that's what we saw. But unfortunately, she was getting taken down multiple times. Zhang Weili was doing damage multiple times, you know. But Joanna had success as well. Let's not forget that. And then, of course, Joanna was going forward, looking for the finish, being aggressive, swinging that right hand with everything she had. And it was a beautifully placed spinning back fist. Oh, my God. I never thought I'd see that image. Joanna Jędrzejczyk falling face first to the canvas and knocked out cold. I mean, what an image. So Zhang Weili, well done. Unbelievable. She's going to fight for the belt next against Carla Esparza. She's got the whole nation of China behind her. It's incredible what she's done since she came to this sport. And Joanna Jędrzejczyk retired in the Octagon. And I was getting very emotional. It was incredible. What Joanna has done for this sport, what she has given to this sport. She came here, she's been in so many entertaining fights. She's given her heart and soul. She's talked a lot of shit along the way. She's made a lot of money. She's knocked a lot of people out. She's delivered on the violence. She's been a star. She has been a star for the UFC, and she has inspired so many female martial artists around the planet. Joanna Jędrzejczyk's been there, done it, got the t-shirt. I asked her beforehand, before the fight happened, I said, Joanna, no disrespect, but if you lose this fight, what happens? Are you going to retire? And she paused, and it went quiet. And I thought, and she thought about it for a long time, and she said, maybe. And when someone says that, it probably means that they will. It probably means that they will, and she did. She decided to hang it up. She took her gloves off. She put them down on the canvas. And I was emotional. I was almost in tears because, you know, to see a fighter, what they give of themselves, they give a piece of their soul, a piece of their being, and they leave it in the Octagon. She's provided so much entertainment over the years. She's going to be in the Hall of Fame. That's without question. Probably the most, without doubt, the most successful Polish martial artist. The most successful female European martial artist that we've ever seen. And she's going to go on. She's going to have a family. That's beautiful. She's going to try and be a businesswoman, as she said. But either way, she's leaving with her head held high. And she's going to do great things. It was amazing. Well done. Congratulations, Joanna, on an incredible career. But of course, Zhang Weili got the job done. Zhang, what is it? Her nickname, the Dragon Lady, I forget off the top of my head. It's been a long day. I've been commentating all day. I'm tired. But anyway, there it is. There's a little wrap-up of the 2 female fights on UFC 275. What a night in Singapore. But to each and every one of them, take a bow. We saw Jack Della Maddalena from Perth, Australia, live up to the hype, go out there, get another first-round knockout. That was incredible. Jake Matthews, also from Australia, stopped the hype train. That is Andre Fiallo, right? Again, was it first round? Another first round knockout. Beautiful display of boxing. He was on absolute fire. The prelims were sensational. The crowd was sensational. Singapore has been sensational. And now I'm starving. My mate's phoned in from Australia. He's down in the bar. He's waiting for me. We're going to get a steak. We're going to have a few beers. We're going to enjoy ourselves. And I'm going to take some goddamn time off. You guys take care. If you haven't already subscribed and rung the bell, do so. And until next time, I'll see you soon.